Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is April the 27th, 2021. We're going to give you all the price prediction update in the market for Zometica. You guys can already tell prior to today, we did do a price prediction in anticipation that the market in Zometica was going to go higher in price. We're going to break all of this down. We're going to give you all the heads up as to where we're expecting the price to go. And then we want to talk about our portfolio real quick on tip ranks, just to give you all a status update as to what those particular stocks has been doing since we added them to our basket of stocks. So now, before I go into all of that, if today's your first time ever viewing our content and you appreciate how someone is able to give you all the heads up as to where the price is going to go, before you head out, hit that like button, share, subscribe, come back to our channel again and again, because it is going to be here to where you're going to be in front of everyone else in the market, so you are in position to win and profit. This is what we do. All right, so if you want to become part of our team, part of our community, make sure you continue to follow us here on this platform. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at these stocks real quick that we have in our portfolio. We got a total of 10 stocks right now in our portfolio. You guys can see that the gain since added column, we only have one stock that is currently up. Everything else is giving us either double-digit losses or single-digit losses so far. Now, what I'm going to do over the weekend, I'm going to come through. We're going to reevaluate these stocks to see, do they need to be maintained in our portfolio? Do we simply let it go, cut the losses, and move on because the weakness is still present? All right. So we're going to do that this weekend. We're going to break down these stocks, dissect them, see, do we need to get rid of them, or do they still have the potential to go high in price? All right, so let's go back to Zometica, because this is the reason why you're here. April the 15th, was the last time we did our prediction into the market in Zometica. You guys can tell we played the strength in the market, and since that particular time, the market really didn't go higher price at all. But you know what? We still identified the area of support in the market in Zometica, right there around 85, 86 cents. Now, granted, the market did dip all the way down to around 73, 75 cents, right? But we knew it was in that vicinity that the market in Zometica was going to come in and grab support, right? So even though we saw 1 or 2 days to where the market cracked that support area, it wasn't long before we saw the market trade right back above that support line. So we wasn't worried, we wasn't nervous, we wasn't fearful that the market in Zometica wasn't a buy, right? That it wasn't a sell, or that it was going to dip lower in price. Okay, so now you guys can see yesterday was a fantastic day in the market for Zometica. The market was up almost 20% yesterday. So what does that mean? When we take everything in combination, that tells us that the strength into the market in Zometica is still present, and that we still look for the market to go higher in price. So actually, our prediction is still on point. It is still valid, and it is still active. Okay, so you can see here, even on the 2-day time frame, that the next restriction area in the market in Zometica is right there around $1.20. And I'm quite sure I identified that on our last video on April the 15th. If you want to, you could go back and listen to what we talked about on April the 15th for Zometica, about where we expect the market to find its first bout of selling, right there around $1.20. But you can see our ultimate area of TP is up here towards $1.33. That is still feasible. That is still very possible for the market in Zometica to come up to $1.33. Now, let's look at this on the 3-day time frame. Okay, because right here on the 3-day time frame, that $1.33 doesn't look to be a problem for the market to come to. Okay, and that still gives us almost 17.75% profitability into the market for Zometica. Right now, what if the market continues to give us strength? What would be the next area that you all would expect us to see the next bout of selling? What price? Because I'm seeing around $1.40 up here towards $1.45. That is like 29% profitability from when we did our last price prediction in the market for Zometica. 29% profitability right there. Okay, because you can see that the market in Zometica currently closed right there where we started on April the 14th. We are literally right back there now, breaking even. Okay, so what do you think we're going to do? Do you think we're going to continue to expect the market to go higher in price? You best believe it. So what I'm going to do on this video, I'm just going to extend it out higher. Okay, extend it out further to the right, just to give us a little more days of play. Okay, right there. And just let the market work. We are already reading what is the sentiment in the market for this particular stock. And currently, it wants to go higher in price. Okay, so we identified some areas of restriction. First one, right here, $1.20. That still stands. We will have to come into the market and take some of that profitability off the table, which is about 6% profitability. Now, switching it over to the 3-day time frame, though, 133 will be the second area to come in and TP out the market. Ultimately, $1.45 in the long term. Okay, it's not hard. Let's not make this complicated. All right, if you're listening to anyone else that is predicting the market complicated, you need to rethink that and follow someone else that makes it easier to understand and easier to see. Okay, because you're getting a better knowledge about how the market really operates. The market doesn't operate off of technical indicators. The market doesn't operate off of fundamental analysis. It doesn't operate off of an earnings report. It doesn't operate off of earnings per share, EBITDA. It doesn't operate off of those metrics. It only operates under the premise of supply and demand. Who holds the majority stake of these stocks? And depending on what they want to do, if you restrict stockpile from the market, the only option that is available at that time is for price to go higher. And once you start selling that majority stockpile, then that's when the price has to go lower, because there's too much supply and not enough people willing to purchase it. It's just that simple. It's just like a regular market. Any store you go to, retail establishment you go into, it happens all the time. That's why they have sales. That's why products go on discount, because they got too much stockpile in their warehouses and they got to get rid of it. And when they get rid of it, that's when prices go cheaper, unless the product is in demand. When it's in demand, price go higher. And it's just that simple. All right. So that's it. As always, I want you all to drop me a comment in the comment section and let me know, where do you think the price in Zometica is headed? You guys can see our idea. I want to get your ideas though. I want you all to call the market right alongside with me. Tell me where they think the price is headed. So drop the comment in the comment section and let me know. Questions, comments, let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.